Toilets on trains. Toilets on trains are a necessity, but are a problem for operators and a problem for passengers when they don't work. We're involved in emptying conventional toilets, and we make equipment that are used by depots to empty toilets and replenish water every night and when a passenger train comes out of service. And we're aware of the issues that they cause operators. 100,000 passenger trains are cancelled annually. That stat is probably a bit out of date now. It's probably more. As trains are running further, you can go from London to European capital cities. St Pancras is being expanded. So the future is rail, travel by rail, longer journeys, toilets even more important. The problem with toilets is that at the moment the waste is held on board in a tank, and that tank has to be small to fit on the train. Therefore its capacity is limited and requires frequent emptying, and the water that's used to flush the toilet has to be replaced. So therefore passenger trains are required routinely to go to specific locations to have this waste removed and to have water put back on. This is expensive, hazardous. It happens at antisocial hours because trains are in service from 5 in the morning till midnight, so these unpleasant tasks have to be carried out by humans when they'd rather be in bed. And it wastes energy because the trains have to go to these specific locations, and most rolling stock now is leased. If you lease a car, it's on the mileage. How much you're going to do per year, that's how much you're going to pay for the car. So all the extra mileage just to service the toilets all adds cost, creates greenhouse gases, uses energy unnecessarily. So what we're going to do about it? Yes, clear track, hooray, it's here. Well, nearly here. What does it do? Okay, it saves costs, saves waste, and it treats the waste on the train as the train is in service. It reduces the solids to a safe, much reduced in bulk biochar, which can actually be used as a fuel for a process of heating and what have you if it's collected. It reduces greenhouse gas emissions because we don't move to a stage where we release volatile compounds from the waste. And it produces a cleaner environment for a healthier and more sustainable living. The market. These are figures that I've got from the internet. I haven't paid £10,000 for a market research report. So they're there or thereabouts. It's a substantial market. The interesting thing about this is that the American market is half of the global market, but most of their toilets are actually on freight trains. I mean, their freight trains run for days, they're miles long, so they need toilets on them, which I was surprised by. It's a growing market, as I say, more trains. If you're going to meet net 50, this carbon reduction, people have to stop flying around, stop driving cars, and basically take the train. And the Europeans seem to have grasped this, and they are reintroducing sleeper services, and they don't want to have to stop these trains and take them to special locations to empty the waste and put water on. ClearTrack cleans the water for reuse, reduces the waste to a safe substance that can be discharged. The drivers are people, population growth, technology is moving on, there is a requirement to decarbonise, and we have to be sustainable, and people have to be happy and think it's a good idea. Where is the market at the moment? Okay, that's us at the top. We do all those good things, I can't read it. In the middle is what you've got at the moment, basically a tank full of not very pleasant stuff, and you have to keep putting water on to flush the toilet. There is an alternative in sorts. It's called a bioreactor. That's like a mobile compost heap, basically. It still requires regular water topping up, and it still has to be emptied periodically, and it needs specialist equipment to enter it. It's been on around for 30 years. People that use it, we know, are looking for an alternative. We've had a go at some funded stuff, which we did all right on one. On another one, we had to give it back because we hadn't got the money to match the funding. We have letters of support. People generally in the industry think it's a good idea, and we've got agreements in place with as many people as we really need. We're only an SME, we can't deal with everybody. That's the team, that's me in the middle. Most important member, obviously. And, well, okay, so where do we go? Where do we go from here? We accidentally invested in a piece of kit, a carriage from an old high-speed train, which is here, which has led us to seek a medium, long-term relationship with BCIMO. We think it's a great facility. You wouldn't be ashamed to bring people from around the world here to explain the product, present it, and then go down to the coach, which hopefully you'll see later, which is where we can demonstrate the product in its natural environment, so to speak, and people get a better feel for how it fits or where it will fit and how it works with a rail carriage. So what we're looking for is to carry on here, move the thing along, encourage someone to invest in a pilot scheme with us so we can put it into passenger service. We can record data, we're connected to Amazon Web Services, we can pick up data live, record it, which is what we do during the pilot period if we can get that going, and then prove that it meets its specifications. If it doesn't, we continue the development till it does, and then we want to sell it, basically, for lots of money.